Good evening, everybody. It's John from Veganism KILLS. It's 7:04 p.m., Wednesday, February 2nd. A couple of days ago on Mick's video, Weston A. Price Foundation debunked Mick, or Extraordinary Vegan Scholar, debunked the whole Weston A. Price Foundation by himself with absolutely no credentials. No time in the lab, no research papers of his own, nothing. Mick just waved his hand and debunked the Weston A. Price Foundation. Foundation, where all those PhDs hang out and all those other doctors who got credentials up the wazoo. Mick, the MPH student, who hasn't even got his Bachelor of Science, which is the prerequisite to becoming an MPH student. And then even after you do another 4 years of that study, you got to have like a couple years of practical field experience, like running some kind of educational program to actually become certified MPH. Mick's nowhere near that. So I subject him to the question, you're an MPH student, have you gotten past the first requirement yet, which is a Bachelor of Science, and he doesn't have it. He's not even the first, it's like if I were to walk from my house 10 miles away, Mick's took his first step out the door. And yet he's going to say he knows everything at his destination, what's there, and he hasn't even gotten there yet. He's not even close to getting there. So anyway, I asked him the question, and then this person, Carl Wheatley, he's a university professor, and he's a researcher. And he says, I teach and research is healthy nutrition and nutritional myths. So he claims he's a university professor, and he's also a researcher on healthy nutrition myths. I told him, well, my stepdaughter works at NASA, and she's a biologist, which she is. He came back and said that, well, very few, they get hung up on a few biological mechanisms, but are not very knowledgeable about researching. That's all my stepdaughter does is research. That's what she's there for, to research the unknown, a foreign body, entity from outside our atmosphere. How could she be hooked up? First of all, she got the job because she was the cream of the crop. You couldn't get in there if you tried, Mr. Wheatley. Those that can't teach. Don't insult my family's intelligence. Now, we're going to take a look at you, Mr. Wheatley, and we're going to see what you accomplish and what exactly you are, and if you're telling the truth and representing yourself in this text, does it match what you truly are? And stunningly, the answer is fucking no, like most vegans. Another Dr. Neil Bernard. I'm a chiropractor, but I know everything about nutrition. And I'll explain it to you why he fits that. And he's the epitome of Neil Bernard. Gets hung up. They're not very knowledgeable. But Carl is. And I'm not even calling you a doctor because you don't deserve the title. Now this is Carl. Cleveland State University. Very prestigious. Yeah, I knew lots of people when I worked in Wall Street that have credentials from Cleveland State University. Carl. Now this is Carl, College of Education and Human Services. There he is. Psychology. Let's see if this matches up to Carl here. Teacher education. Carl suggests what the teachers should teach. Okay, he's into education, which is not nutrition and which is not biology. So this profile matches the profile here. That's him. First of all, he's not a professor, he's an associate professor. And he's a coordinator of early childhood teacher education. In other words, he functions as a a motivator or a guide to teachers who just want to teach, which has nothing to do with nutrition or biology, which my stepdaughter busted her ass to get that degree, to get that job with NASA. He knows nothing in biology compared to her. He feels that he's smarter than her, even though she's a scientist at NASA, and it's not his field. Talk about an intellectual slight, Doctor Nobody. All right? So there he goes, Carl. He insults my family by telling me that my stepdaughter is not as knowledgeable as him in the field of biology. And he has no credentials in anything to do with nutrition and biology. He has as much credentials in biology and nutrition as Mick does. And it comes out to one number: 0. Okay, doctor? 0. I'm an associate professor of early childhood teaching education, coordinator of the early childhood education program. He's just a common run-of-the-mill teacher. Or he's a support staff for teachers at Junior High 352. The last time I checked, Junior High 352 wasn't the bastion of nutritional and biology intelligentsia when we last checked. Okay, Carl? This is what I don't like. These people are selling their credentials. They're trying to get in. They want to be the next Dr. Greger. They want to get that $6 million figure and put it in their bank account when they don't know shit about nutrition and biology. It's not even their field. Dr. Greger doesn't even belong in there. Even though he says GP of nutrition, he never passed his internship or done any of his residency. This guy is just another run-of-the-mill quack in the making. Look, do you see anything in his education that denotes he is an expert in biology and nutrition? There are none. 0. You would be better off asking Mick. Maybe he's got a class or 2 more education in human biology than this quack. This is shameful. You know, this is why I didn't want to teach. Because of fucking professors like him. I was offered tenure in St. John's University 2 times. Most people don't get it once. And St. John's University is a lot better school than Cleveland State University. This is what pisses me off, how these so-called educators are dumbing down our children. They're dumbing down. How could somebody, it's like the dentist is going to start telling you what the orthopedic community should do. He has no credentials. They don't match. You're a teacher. Basically, that's it. You deal with child psychology and learning how to get things stuffed in the head that they might find a value as an adult. Though it's admirable, coming on here and telling people you're something you're not is disingenuous. You're not a researcher on healthy nutrition and nutrition myths. You know nothing. You hold no credentials. And matter of fact, since you try to falsify your credentials to me, you should lose the current credentials that you have. You better hope tomorrow I don't call the superintendent. You better pray. Or, better yet, I worked at a bank. I know most of the people on the boards of the colleges because I move their money. Maybe I should talk to some of them. Maybe I should talk to Sir John Hood. He's an acquaintance of mine. You know who he is? This is what pisses me off. This is why our kids are learning the wrong thing, because we got people like them to pretend to be all-knowing. You should listen to them, let them guide you, and then that's why we got kids going in the hospital drinking baby formula, which they're Real doctors that have degrees in nutrition and biology say that if the child goes on their vegan formulas, they'll be dead within a month. I would love to talk to these people face to face. I would love it. Love it, because I'm getting pissed off. This is how children get killed. Well, I'm a PhD. Yeah, you're the car mechanic who's going to tell me how to sail a boat. Now sail your ass on out of here. And on that note, I'm out of here.